Welcome to the Subbuteo show, where we talk about, well, Subbuteo and nothing but. There's only 3 of us this week. You might notice, conspicuous by his absence, Watsy is not feeling too well. So, Watsy, all the best, mate. We hope you're feeling better soon. I'm sure you'll be back arguing with us over everything. And I know
I'm going to enjoy this week because it's not going to be me and him arguing.
It'd be me and you instead.
Yeah, me and Watsy argue so much.
Well, in fairness, there shouldn't be no arguing this week because hopefully we're going to come together as a collective. We're going to talk about something which everyone will find out about. They probably know it anyway because they've seen it in the title of the video.
And they can see it now behind our main man down there.
Exactly.
Or wherever
it's
it is
there.
in the
It's there. Is that copy number 1 as well?
No, that's about
they were numbered.
240. Oh, don't stop that.
But first, boys, important business.
Can you number everyone?
Yeah, I hope you signed them, a few.
You signed a couple? Numbered them?
Do you want me to draw each reference number in?
Yes.
One reference number per magazine?
Yes.
I tell you what we should do. We should be really sad. Proper losers to each other.
Okay.
So this Subbuteo Fest thing's happening in July, on the 4th of July. Let's all meet up at Subbuteo Fest and let's all sign each other's articles.
I might be getting my hair cut that weekend.
Oh, it's a shame. You're growing it out then?
Mate, my hair's so long. It's horrible.
That's not long.
It is.
This is Subbuteo Fest, sponsored by Subbuteo Online and Subbuteo Collector.
Yeah, and a few others, but not you, Calum.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was happening. I didn't even get asked. I'm just not a big player, mate. I'm not a big player, and I can accept it. I've just got to move on. And I see it now as a challenge, as an obstacle that I've got to overcome, mate. If people don't want to look at me and see me in that way, then hey, I've got to do better.
All right, I tell you what. Let's move on. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of this. Anyone who tuned in last week will know we was talking about the worst Subbuteo accessory, and we had to put it to a public vote because we couldn't decide between the 2 of us. And it was you boys, ones that went to it. So Stephen, you put forward the dribbling posts, which are pathetic, and Calum, you put through the live action goalkeepers, which are also pathetic. But one thing I will say is when I went through the comments, some people have tried to justify the goalkeepers, saying they had means. But
How did they justify that?
They did. I don't know. But the result is thus. The live action goalkeepers got 20 votes.
Okay.
The dribbling posts got 2.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Easy win, I'll tell you. I mean, what I love about it is we're going to have to get a set now for the set, which is absolutely brilliant.
Yes, and they will be.
Rubbish.
So our set's complete.
Rubbish.
We have now
what
completed.
We could do, actually, I'll tell you what we could do. Rather than putting a set of them in, we're putting 2 teams in, aren't we? So let's just change the goalkeepers for live action goalkeepers and then see how long it takes for whoever wins that set to bin them off and get some proper ones. Because they
have to tell us. So we've completed the set. We've got a pitch, which is Astro pitch. We've got goals, which were the Italian 90 goals. Am I right?
Italian 90s, yeah, which we've got.
Ball. We've got Adidas Tango balls.
Yep.
We've got the dugout. We've got the much argued over fence, which we'll talk about in a minute. And we've also got 2 teams as well. We've got Plymouth Argyle and we've got Sampdoria.
Yeah, which Watsy's painting Sampdoria, and I'm going to paint the Plymouth Argyle up for you.
Perfect. So we've got the set. We are now going to work on getting all them bits together so we can auction it off for charity. We've not decided that charity yet, but we have decided to sell some advertising space on the fences, of which some people have got in touch. So Calum, who got in touch with you?
I can't remember exactly who it was, but I put it in the group chat. We've had one of the Subbuteo clubs that's interested in getting involved and getting their name around it. And I know Watsy had Subbuteo Legends down that he wanted one as well. So what we're going to do is we're trying to make as much money for charity as we can, but we don't want to seem like we're asking a bit much. So we're going to go with, I reckon we go $5 each, aren't we, for each board?
Sounds good.
And we've got a maximum of 24, did we say?
Yep, that's it.
Yep. So we've got $5 each, or if you want to grab 2, you can grab 2 for £8. So if you want to get them, get in contact. We'll try and do a single person who wants to be responsible for orchestrating this, because if they come to all different people, we're going to.
I think we should work. We need to work that out. We need to work that out. I think between us, we'll do that. We'll do that offline, off air, or whatever you want to call it. Because no, that's
cool.
what
Yeah, so we'll do them. We want to try and make as much money. So if you want one of those boards, we'll say £5 if you want to get one, and it'll be we'll design it for you if you need us to. Just send us your logos. We'll get it designed for you.
All the
We'll get it
money's
printed out.
all the money will go to
All
charity.
the money,
It's not going to go in
every
our
single,
pocket.
yeah, all of it, all the money. You know, whoever designs it, we'll do it free of charge. We'll design it, get it done.
We will choose.
If you want to get two,
I'll tell you what, anyone who gets boards as well, I'll recreate it in the next issue of the magazine on a page, so you can cut them out and use them for your own stadiums as well.
Look at that.
Awesome. Yes, that's a brilliant. See, look at what we're doing for the world, ladies and gentlemen.
And what amazing magazine is this, Stephen?
It is, by the way. It is absolutely amazing. Which magazine is it you speak of? Have you bought a new copy of Match of the Day magazine?
Before we go on and talk about the magazine, because it is awful, let's talk about what we've been up to. So, Calum, what have you been up to? What did I say?
Before we go and talk about the magazine, because it's awful. Is what you said.
I said awesome.
You said
did
awful.
I say awful?
100%.
Awful.
Yeah. I meant to say awesome.
The post edit, you definitely say awful.
Stephen, I apologise, man. I meant to say awesome. I don't know where that come from. I'm sorry, I don't know where that come from. But before we talk about the awesome magazine, Calum, you've been putting your project to summit as well. What have you been doing?
Oh, I have. Yeah. So this kind of all escalated from an initial idea I had. So I've been designing some new products using Subbuteo imagery, mugs and things. And then it just escalated, got out of control. As Subbuteo does with every single person who's involved in it, it starts with something. You don't know why. And it doesn't even matter how hard you try. You've got to keep that in mind, because I designed this rhyme to explain the due time.
I knew that was coming. As soon as you said that, I thought, hang on, I know this.
No, so it started out with that, and then it just escalated into me creating the Subbuteo heavyweight team chart, the classic 1 to 190, but correcting some of Subbuteo Sports Games errors. So, for example, the two obvious ones that they got massively wrong, which are River Plate and Argentina.
What number was it?
Well, River Plate.
Yeah.
River Plate is 59.
What's wrong about it? So it's white with a red stripe, isn't it?
It's supposed to be a sash, but they've got it as a chest band.
Oh, okay. It's meant to be a bit like Peru.
Yeah, which Peru they've also got wrong as well. It's meant to go onto the back of the shirt, but they never did that. And Argentina they did as royal blue stripes, and it's not. They've never worn royal blue stripes.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
It's always been sky blue. So I've been going.
The flag was a clue there,
and it was massively. And just messing around with I've not changed every team, but like the obvious errors. Like Man City, Ref 5, they wore white socks in the 60s for like one season. So I've just changed those around to be the ones with the claret tops. What else have I got in here? Ref 87 with the red shorts rather than the white ones, which I think Subbuteo did. Bearing in mind, my old man was telling me this, Harlem's nickname is the Red Pants, which pretty much tells you they wear red shorts, and they still put them in white ones. So I've changed that. But yeah, so I've been going through, and what I'm actually going to do is create either a single massive poster or potentially a series of with every single heavyweight reference number on it.
You're going to do it in the sort of zigzaggy pattern.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll send you what I've got so far, so you can chuck it on the screen of what I've got at the moment. But yeah, so it's all going to go in exactly the same layout, hopefully pretty similar font. Nice. Reference numbers will be next to it. Like I say, I'm hoping maybe I've got it at A2 now. I'm never going to get them all wrong, because like 328, didn't we say earlier? That's a lot.
Say that.
So
heavyweights.
Yeah. I'd love to get it all on one poster. I think it'd be cool as anything. But
I wrote about this poster a while ago. Show that the classic Subbuteo heavyweight team or international team colours post those white posters on the white background with the teams. I honestly think that's the best looking thing that Subbuteo ever did. In terms of just incredible. Like pure aesthetics and design, it's
the
amazing.
1 to 190 one is beautiful. But yeah, so I'm doing.
Yeah, it's very simple.
I want to get every single one. It's designed exactly like that, and you would have seen it on the screen by now. But yeah, it's designed exactly like that. I've tried to colour match as and where I can. I've dulled down the yellows because Subbuteo yellow was pretty dull. But yeah, so I've been playing around with it, and hopefully we're going to have at some point. I'm going to bring them out. If enough people want them, so if you do want one of these, by the way, let me know you're interested, and I'll try and get enough people together, and then we'll be able to get a price.
Have you thought about going one step further as well and actually painting each figure, photographing it, and making it look exactly like the real poster, or is that just a bit too much?
Let's cover this then. I am making a version of this, but it's all going to be Westwood Table Soccer kits. So it's not going to be the 1 to 190, but I'm going to have proper painted kits. Different kits.
So,
you can see
like,
me
that's the you can't see it. That's the Ref 5 you did me, Man City, but it's not Ref 5 Man City. It's your version of it. Okay.
Yeah, but they're not all going to be the same. So like Northern Ireland, the kit I've done in there, you've probably seen me put it on the internet. The classic one from, I want to say, was it Italian 90, possibly USA 94, the diamondy one that had I've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get enough to fill up a whole poster and then work out how to arrange it. And they're going to be actual painted figures, but it won't be the same ones that are on the classic Subbuteo one, if that makes sense.
That's cool.
But I might try, like if I've got a Chelsea, I will put it in Ref 42's position, if that makes sense. So that they'll go, if they've got the kits for them, they're going to go in the right place, but there'll be others that are in there that don't match what they were. So you've been
a busy boy. You're a busy boy.
I've got a lot on, mate. I've got a lot of videos to make. I've got some new series that I've got starting hopefully this weekend. A new cool little idea, something I've not done before, which I think is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I've got a lot on, mate. A lot on. I've got a lot of time to waste. I don't have a job anymore. Well, I do still. I'm still employed at the moment.
If anyone's looking for staff at the moment, there you go. He's in that box right there.
Who's got, too much painting time, not a lot of other skills.
I'm glad you've been busy. Because I ain't.
What about yourself, mate?
I've been doing naff really. I've been quite lazy. I've been procrastinating a bit, and the only one thing I've done is I've been playing with TikTok, which is,
I was going to say,
odd.
Wait. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm now a TikToker. I'm down with the kids.
To be fair, I've not seen you on TikTok, but I saw that one you uploaded yesterday, and I thought it was good. I thought it was really
That
good.
was very funny, that
the
one.
The one with a woman.
If you had 24 hours with me, and I couldn't say no, what would we do?
Well, obviously, we'd have a game of Subbuteo. Set them up then.
Yeah. I thought, you know what?
So I did that.
Clever.
I did that, and I went, babe, I've done a really funny TikTok. I'll show you it. I showed her, and she went, I know why you've showed me that. Well done. I'm glad you showed me. So yeah, honestly, but it's a weird place, is TikTok. But it's doing all right. It's bringing, you know what it's doing, actually? I'll tell you what it's noticed. It's bringing a lot of new people back to Subbuteo again. People are messaging for teams. Like, honestly, some of the people are taking. Some of the teams are asking me to show them. It's ridiculous. I ain't got a clue half of them are. But people are asking, like, Everton, show me Liverpool, show me this, show me that. And people are coming, I remember that. Like, I did a video about table rugby last night because a guy see it, show me your table rugby. And, yeah, people are sort of going back. And even kids are sort of asking for, have you got Man United from when I was young? And it's like a 98 kit, which makes me think, well, that's not a young person's kit. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's a cool place to be. So that is all I've been doing, if I'm honest.
So, to be fair, like, that just goes to show, like, you look at TikTok as being like a real, like, young person's game, like, ridiculous. Like, but took it over. Actually, what you've done, mate, is you've found a way of engaging with these people who are just scrolling through their phones.
I'm lucky because it's self-generating content. Because all I'm doing now is replying back to people. So that one I did last night of the table rugby, that's got like 30,000 views. And it was only a reply, whereas I might do another one. I did like an Everton one. It only got like 3,000 views. It's really odd. Mate. The one that's gone crazy, I'm huge in Greece. If anyone is watching from Greece, honestly, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I'm huge in Greece. It's my second biggest market on TikTok.
That's mad, man. That's
all because all because of Poak. If one more person asked me for Olympiacos...
Do you mean Pauk?
Poak.
I love your team pronunciation.
Poak. Anyway, one more person asked me for Olympiacos. I'm going to go nuts. Olympiacos. All I keep getting asked for.
I'm not surprised you can't find it, mate. It's Olympiacos.
I haven't got it. Panathinaikos. I've got it.
I've got an Olympiacos.
I've got a single figure of Olympiacos. I haven't got it to hand, though.
Don't rub it in. Honestly, but they just ask the Greeks. They love it. They love a bit of it. Okay. So it's good times. But aside from TikTok, I've been getting scientific. Calum, last week you asked me to create my own.
I did.
What's it called? What's the full
the material for keeping the ball in the goal? Yeah.
This is what I've come up with.
Excellent.
So it's cardboard.
What?
So it looks awful, right? So it's super glue back. like cardboard, and then we've got sellotape going around it. But it is quite scientific because look how well it fits into the Italian 90
That
net.
looks terrible.
Well, boys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a video of me testing it to prove if it works.
Is this going to save the hardest?
See, look how well that fits.
Magic. That's so rubbish.
Ready? Ready?
So rubbish. Yeah.
It's stuck. Hang on, look.
No way.
It's stuck on. So, but wait, there's more. Oh, hang on. So I thought, hang on, I've got to test it properly.
It's like a little bit of Velcro walls, you just get them first.
But it works. It kept hold of the base.
Did it break? Where's the player gone?
He's down there on the floor.
Was he already broken? It wasn't your...
Yeah, he'd already been glued.
That's amazing. So
I can say it works. I did go a little bit further. Hang on. I did then do another technical test, which weren't as technical.
I mean, for those... I mean, maybe cut this bit out for the podcast because they're not...
For those on podcast. So
those on
I did some
podcast.
technical. I just threw the ball at the sellotape.
I'm getting
I'll put it over this bit. I'll put the other video that I did, but I basically did.
I'll tell you what, as you've got it there, let's just do one. Let's just get it in the goal now.
Tape's fallen off it.
Oh,
you want to do one live? You want me to do one live?
Yeah, I want to see it now. I want you to. It's maybe the hardest shots. I want you to absolutely ping it, and I want to see if it's staying.
I have to get a non-broken figure, because otherwise.
Just flick the ball. Just flick the ball. We don't have to do. The Subbuteo police aren't coming round here tonight, mate. Let's have a little look.
You wait till them extreme base boys see I'm using something like this.
Just absolutely ping it. Just get a ball.
Find a ball. Hang on. That's how bad that shot was. The ball went all the way over here when it did it.
I love it.
Can you see?
Yeah.
All right. Point blank range.
How far away are you? I'll go a little bit further away than that.
I mean, I'll stick the ball up in the corner.
You won't.
Go there. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Technical. I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can't speak. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, no, it hasn't. It's got wispy on the cardboard. One more go.
This is amazing. Do it again. Yeah, do it again.
We have made an absolute joke of this game, I tell you. No. Hang on. Try an angle. Don't know where that went.
That's gone, mate, That's gone.
Oh, no, stand here. So anyway, I can officially concur after, 60 years of technology moving on, that the material for treating the goal to keep the ball in it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, what we've confirmed there, it's like Mythbusters. What we've confirmed there is that Peter Adolf liked to tell stories with his advertising that may or may not be true.
I'm going to keep that in my stadium now. I'm going to keep that. I mean, you know what? I might even chuck that in the set. Stuart's material for keeping the ball in the back of the net.
Do it. Sign it. Put it in there. That's good. That's good.
So that's all I've been up to. So while I've been messing about with sellotape and cardboard, Calum, you've been really productive trying to make something of Subbuteo and making their work right.
That's better. What I've just seen is better.
And the whole time, Stephen, you've been working on the hobby.
Yes. Tell
us what this is.
So this is a new Subbuteo magazine. That's about it, really. It's a magazine about Subbuteo.
Well, that's underselling it a little bit. That's about it, really. This thing's amazing.
It's more than that.
I've got in front of me right now. I don't actually have a copy yet. I can't wait till mine comes, but Stephen has kindly sent over a PDF version of it. And honestly, it's ridiculous. There's so much stuff in here. But it's not just all stuff about the same thing either. There's stuff about individual teams, about stadium stuff, about sets, about painting. That's me, by the way. So there's painting stuff in there. There's stuff. There's so much stuff. It's incredible, mate.
That La Legenda guide you've got in there is amazing. I could have done with that a year ago. Anyone who's coming into collecting, that is awesome. So I don't want to give the game away on what is in this magazine because that will just be ridiculous. Sorry, I've just had a message from someone on eBay of someone I sold a week ago that I haven't sent. That's bad, isn't it?
It's a little bit,
No
mate.
later than the magazines, to be
Poor
honest.
show. I've been busy. I've been really busy. But this content, so you've got Subbuteo News, an interview with Peter Adolph's son. You've got a feature about Munich 74. You've got about comics. You've got Subbuteo Story. You've got Rockin' Robins. You've got guides. You've got slot machines. You've got letters, reviews, a price guide. Tell me about this price guide. Is this going to be in there every month?
Yeah, and it's going to be more in depth every time. So there'll be lightweights in the next one. There'll be all of the heavyweights. There'll be balls and everything else. So it'll be on the website as well. This eventually, but I've basically gone through every single heavyweight up to reference 310, I think it is.
Yeah, you haven't done 310 though.
Well, the ones that are blank, are the ones that haven't sold in the last 2 months.
Have you done all of this on your own?
Yeah.
So you've done all these designs of the players. You've done the research on the price. Stephen, this is amazing. This is solid commitment. This is amazing.
So this will get easier as like every month, because I'll have more data to feed into it, and it'll show much better guide prices. And I say in the magazine, it's not a real guide. Like, don't open it and say, oh well, that one is worth £25, because that's probably not true. It's just what it's been selling for on average in the last few months.
I mean, I would always say this about price guiding. Like, it's something that I get asked quite a bit. I know you do, Stephen. Is something's only worth what you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
This is just like a guide of what an average of what they're selling for. Is it possible to get, let's say, a 291 for less than 112 quid? Probably, if you can find the right people and the right person willing to sell it.
There was one, and I can't remember which one it was, but there were 3 or 4 sales, and it started at about £7.50, and it went up to 60 something pounds. So
that's a proper sale in my eyes. That's found its right level. Its right level.
But that's how, that's been the same. I mean, it's been the same with Subbuteo since it hit eBay. I mean, when the internet first came about, like talking to TikTok, the modem noise that they keep playing to younger generations. That when eBay first came about and Subbuteo was hitting eBay, like you could pretty much get anything for like 15 quid or less. Now it's gone crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, like it's such a lot of detail though. By the way,
I think what the price guide does is it tells you a little bit on like ballpark. So if you see something in there and the average sale price is £200, then you know that that's going to be a fairly rare item. And I do sort of sense check them as well. So if something just looks completely ridiculous, I don't include it in the data. If something's missing a player, or I mean, I actually left out a lot of sales because they looked fake to me, the teams that were being sold. So
that's really good as well. I was going to ask you about the trouble with heavyweights in general is, especially now, people have been faking them for so many years. I think we might have mentioned this on another show, but people have been faking them for so many years. Even those that looked fake 10, 15 years ago might not look as bad now as they did then. And some people are really good at faking them. They're literally, that's what they do. They get common teams and then they fake them into not common teams. But I think it's a really, like I say, it's a really, really good, and like I say, the details go into it, and I can't wait to see it develop over the months. I just hope that no one uses it.
Listen, I'm just flicking through and I'm realising just what you've got in here. This is amazing. Like the stories, the reviews. This is amazing. Everyone's in it. Anyone who's anyone is in it.
Like, there's just some, like I say, it's brilliant. There's like stadium stuff in here, some of the stadium guys. Like some of the stadium pictures you've got, like obviously as a Leicester fan, I've immediately drawn myself.
I like the centre spread with the Jason Christopher's.
So good. That's an incredible stadium as well. But Cheltenham knows who he plays.
Does that mean we can call Jason a centrefold?
Jason will love that.
He will enjoy that, yeah.
But yeah, like there's just so much cool stuff in here, like for literally everyone. I think it's unbelievable.
It's not just the magazine, right? It's not just the magazine, so right? You can pick this magazine up, and I know it sounds like we're all selling it, and we're automatically going to be invested in it because it's Subbuteo. But this magazine isn't just for someone who collects Subbuteo or plays Subbuteo. There's stories in there that you can read and find entertaining.
Yeah, like I was talking to you guys off air just a minute ago about the Go Ahead Eagles thing. And Stephen's been able to get information from the club about how their name became their name, how their colours changed. Well, it's unbelievable. It's stuff that you go, that's actually really cool. The Subbuteo team is irrelevant, really. You could write that story without it. Like, it's so good that, like I say, the detail and the information in it's brilliant.
What's wrong with Subbuteo? That's so good. It's
That's
so up to date as well. I know,
by the
Stephen,
way.
you've been working on this for a little while, right? That's fair to say.
At least 6 months, yeah.
At least 6 months. But you've got stuff in here that was only sort of announced 2 weeks ago. This is so up to date. I mean, I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, oh my God, that's so new. How did you get? Sorry, go on. Sorry, I'm so excited. I've got so much I want to ask.
No, go on. Go ahead.
How did you get Mark Adolf to do an interview? How did you do that?
I just stalked him. I'm not going to go into all of it, so it's not revealed.
No,
but I used certain archives online to find an old website he had, which had his email. He's on the Subbuteo forum, the independent forum, so messaged him on that, and eventually got back. He was really nice. He's a bit reluctant because I don't think he particularly likes talking to sort of mainstream media about Subbuteo anymore. Didn't ask why, but he was really helpful. He's really happy to support it. We had a good chat about it.
What's his sort of opinion of Subbuteo nowadays? Because I know that's what I've heard about him. He hangs around on the fringes in the forum, just sort of reading about it. Or is it a spoiler? So I don't want to ask him.
No, I mean, there's not a huge depth to that interview, but he does give a sort of hint about what he thinks. And I think he's, I was quite surprised by some of his answers and how much he talks about how he really likes just seeing the Subbuteo logo on things, even if it's not, like shower gels and things like that. And I think he's happy. I got the impression he sees it as, without putting words into his mouth, as every sort of month and year that people are still, anybody in the world is still talking about Subbuteo. It's a great thing. It's a nice thing for him and obviously his family as well.
Like, it's the legacy of his dad, isn't it? Like, if I was thinking, if that was me and it's my son and he's seeing my logo on things decades down the line, hey, that's legacy. That's incredible. Like, it's a massive, considering, like we've spoken about before, it came about, he just made an advert for a game that didn't exist. And they're still putting it in shoes now. Brand new Adidas shoes. That is, when you think about that, when you step back and you go, all right, you made a game that didn't exist, and then in 2021, Adidas are going to put a pair of shoes out with Subbuteo figures in it.
How awesome are them shoes? They're amazing.
Are they actually amazing though? Because
yeah, you know what? Only because I've wanted a pair of handballs for ages.
I've got a pair of
and not been able to find ones I want. And then all of a sudden, Stephen puts his picture up. Do you know what? I love that colour. I just don't like that shoe.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, much of it. Oh, right, mate.
I can't believe it.
Hello. No, I need an ambulance.
We've just. Is the patient breathing? I'm not sure.
He's full of. He can't even hear us.
Is he responsive? He's
not talking to us at the moment.
Name. Stephen, are you okay? Stephen,
are you there?
I was so excited.
Oh, he's all right. He's okay. Yeah. No, don't worry about the ambulance anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
I've had a fall.
How close to Celtic is it in that shoe, Stephen? How close to Celtic is it?
Yeah, you would say that's Celtic. It's not an exact.
Is it white shorts, white socks? Is it a classic Ref 25?
White shorts, green socks with white trim.
Ooh, they've gone with that modern.
And I would say, I know Celtic have had the thin stripes, but too many stripes as well.
Yeah.
The hoops, I should say.
Subbuteo did it, didn't they? I had a lightweight Celtic that was green with white hoops on it, but they were like really thin pinstripe ones, like a Hasbro version. I used to have it back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, Subbuteo did a weird thing with it. But yeah, so these shoes, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're still using Subbuteo imagery to make products that aren't Subbuteo. And I
can't wait for the next big Subbuteo meetup where there's 50 middle-aged men all wearing the same shoes,
looking like they're going on a terrace. That's what it'll look like. Proper terrace culture.
Really looking forward to meeting the sponsors, Subbuteo Online and Subbuteo Fest.
Are you going, Stephen? Are you going?
I'm going to try to. It's a fair distance from me, but I will try and get down.
Trek, isn't it? Yeah. I'm only going to go for the morning or so now, I think.
Do you know what? Back in the day when we used the Subbuteo Club thing, there was a scouser called Kenny Manson used to come to all the Subbuteo fairs. Him and his mate. Oh, what was his mate called?
That's such a scout's name as well.
Kenny, my old man would be shouting at the screen. Kenny and someone else. They used to travel on the bus. They used to always arrive on the bus about an hour later than everyone else. Quality lads as well. Really, really good lads. But yeah.
Calum, you've just mentioned your old man, and there's something I need to ask you. From the he posted a comment. I'm going to find it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
He posted a comment on one of our last videos. I was like, I need to find out what this is. I'll be back.
All right, no dramas. But yeah, and then also in here, like I said, honestly, if you haven't yet, have you got copies still available, Stephen, for people to get, or are you going to do another run?
I'm going to do another run, but I'm going to open pre-orders. Probably by the time this video's out.
Okay, that's awesome.
So anybody ordering in the next run, it'll be about 2 weeks, but there will be another run, and I'll be doing some international sales as well.
Oh, no,
you've done some more internationals already, haven't you? Have you let the internationals go out?
Not yet, no. I've just done the first orders, which was UK only. So there's a few people who've requested them. I'm prioritised in the second run, but
I think this magazine is going to do so well. It really is.
Do you know what the thing for me is? And I literally have just been skimming it. There's things in here that are happening that I had no idea about. Like, I've only just seen these magnetic advertising boards, which
they're brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How good are they?
So is it Dale Gordon who's done them?
Yeah.
So he's gonna send me over a few to give a bit of a review on the channel. So I'll let you know.
Awesome.
He's going to send me over some Arsenal-based ones, so I'll let you know what they're like.
They look really good, but I don't even know they existed. I'm on all the Facebook groups as well, but I just haven't seen them. So there's stuff in here. There's a dugout at the bottom of this single figure display. I'm not happy about that.
Best Subbuteo accessory.
I might hide the dugout in every magazine.
But yeah, so and the thing with that single figure display is there's so many different versions that people have handmade themselves. Like my old man's got one.
Yeah.
David Thornley's got his own way of doing it, and they're massive frames. There's so many different ways of doing it. Yeah, and he's got he hangs them on pins. He pins them in, and it's a really interesting way of displaying them. Because my old man's one's foam. So back in the day, my mum cut loads of holes in foam and then put a pitch on top of it, and he's actually stuck it. He's got the 1:190 like that, and it was a lot of work, but it looks amazing. But yeah, there's so many different ways to do it, and I'm looking through it, I'm just skimming through, and I'm seeing things that I didn't know about, and Subbuteo's been in my life forever. My old man's always been into it. I've been into it, and there's just stuff in here. It's so good, and the stuff in mini soccer builds, the stuff he's building, pitch stuff, like you say, Jason's stadium.
Here's my big question.
Yeah.
So we've got a Ref 1 on the cover of not episode, magazine 1, issue 1. Does that mean on issue 2 is going to be Ref 2?
Yeah.
So we're expecting at least 190 issues of this magazine. Yeah. Come on.
Right. Do you know what? Before this started, I was going to ask the question. I didn't even click that that was why you'd used the Ref 1. The other question I've got for you
is that why you used it?
Yeah. So if you've got a big enough wall and you buy all 358 of the magazines or whatever it is, you can put them all up and it'll look like the international team colours poster.
Front of your house.
Amazing. Oh, can you imagine a massive But why have you used the winged shorted figure?
I don't have a lot of heavyweight, so I just picked up the first one.
Okay. Let me know about the Ref 2 because I don't want another wing shorted figure on it because they're not.
Wing shorts. What's wrong with the wing shorts?
You're not the first person to complain about that, and there's
come on.
And he's missed the heavyweight as well.
Please don't see it as a complaint. It's not a complaint. It's just not my favourite figures. You could have picked worse figures. 100% you could have picked worse. But the reason I don't like them, look how short from his feet to the top of his socks. Look how short that is. Right? It's so disproportionate. It's ridiculous. His boots are white. Laziness from Subbuteo.
Yeah, I've never understood that on the moulded figures.
His arms look massive. They're so long in comparison to his legs.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
he was based on the throwing figure.
He's just the throwing figure's quality, and I'm telling you, I need to do a video.
The only reason I chose this figure was because he was a bit tatty, but not tatty enough to just look damaged.
Okay.
I like it. I think it adds to it.
I think it's cool. I think it's a cool thing to do, and I love the fact that, like I said, I've just discovered that's why you've used the Ref 1. It didn't even click in my head.
My only problem is the only other heavyweights I own are a Ref 2 and a Santos, and that's it. So I'm going to have to ask people to take pictures of the rest of the issue 3 onwards.
What reference is Santos?
I don't know, to be honest.
You've got to get up that high though, just so you can use it.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do if you're being really clever is if when you get to like, I don't know, let's go 53, and you don't want to use a Portsmouth, you could use a 5 and a 3. So you could use Man City and West Brom. You could get real clever with it if you wanted to. It's an option. It's an option you've got.
Yeah, there's going to be some references that are going to be very difficult to get a picture of on a white background, but I'll see how it go.
I've just noticed you've actually done an article on the cover star. You've actually done an article on that figure as well.
Because it's like
really
it's quite interesting that they're the most common figures in all of Subbuteo, but you very rarely see a box of them, like a team set.
No, they go for a lot of money, actually.
Yeah. When
you see a Ref 1, a normal box, and it's Ref 1 or Ref 2, they generally go for about 30, 40 quid. They did.
Really?
Honestly. But even though it's
I've
because
got like 4 Ref 2s. Are you telling me
have you got them boxed in a box that says Ref 2 on it?
Yeah. So you're telling me I'm sitting 160 quid?
Yeah, there was one I remember bidding on about a year or so ago. It was Ref 2 and it had Southend written as the team name. But it was just Ref 2.
By Subbuteo or written by someone else?
No, it was Subbuteo.
Hey.
That went for about 40 quid.
I see your favourite accessories made it in there as well, Stu. The League Cup.
Dave, did it get there? Worst trophy ever made?
It's cool. I also like that you've used the back of the figure for the back cover as well. I think that's cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, that was actually my wife's idea.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hey,
the whole
it's probably the best idea. It's probably the best idea in the whole magazine. So fair play to your wife, mate.
Do you know what? I want to talk about every article in here, but I don't at the same time.
No. We don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah, like, I know. Like we've said, this is a first look, but it's not a look. It's us screaming our pants over it. But this is seriously anyone. My well, she might. She'd probably read it. If I put this down, she'd pick it up and read it.
I am hoping there's at least 3 or 4 bits of the magazine that somebody who just has no interest at all in Subbuteo wants. But I also need it to be really interesting for people who really know the Subbuteo inside out. So it has to have that sort of detail. So it's.
Do you know what is? Just on that, like, I imagine this like when coronavirus is all done, and when you go into like the doctors and there's like a whole load of magazines on the table. This will stand out because it looks like nothing else, and people will see that and go, "That's a Subbuteo figure," and then they'll make it. Rather than all the cars and the hellos and all that rubbish, they see you just covered in celebrity photos. They all look the same. This will stand out, and I think it's so cool. I think it's such a cool thing to have.
I'd like to get it into places like classic football shirts have a shop. There's a 90s Italian bar down in London, things like that. I'd like it to be in those sorts of places because I think that's the non-Subbuteo audience.
That sort of
hotel football, yeah.
So if you are from any of those, if you happen to be watching or listening, and you are from any of those places, get in contact with Stephen because he'll be the man to make it happen. I think it's cool. Imagine
this isn't the first Subbuteo magazine, is it? There was that.
No,
there's been one before, like the little half Subbuteo Club one.
There's been a couple. There's
been more than one. I know of that one, but nothing quite like this. This is a magazine.
This is a magazine.
Yeah, this is This is what you call a magazine. They were.
Subbuteo World did do a magazine at one point.
They took when Subbuteo World kind of took over the Subbuteo Club after. I don't even know what year it was, to be fair. They had like a magazine-y, more of a glossy magazine-y type thing, but it was never 52 pages. Yeah, and it was never 52 pages, and it was never covering so much stuff.
The next one's going to be 64, hopefully.
64?
That one?
Yeah. I think that's it, isn't it? A lot of parody stuff on the front.
That's it, yeah. But what I see about that is, it's the word Subbuteo Club.
Yeah, because it was a Subbuteo Club magazine, yeah.
But it's not getting anyone involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You had to be on the club to get the magazine, yeah.
Yeah. So what other magazine was there? Was there another magazine as well?
Well, there was the original one before that. It was just a newsletter then, though. It was in a magazine. It was in like a booklet format before. Like I say, back in the day when like Subbuteo was just kind of making its 2000s comeback. Like we say, we had the club and it was massive and it was so good. We used to get together all the time, like Subbuteo Fest. Like now it seems amazing. Back in the day, that would have been like, oh, there's another swap meet.
That's what he's trying to bring back, isn't it? That's what he's trying to bring back.
So we had the newsletters and they were in like magazine format, but they were just like printed off your computer on a booklet and stapled together. They were cool because they had stories and things, and I've still got my original ones. And then as that sort of progressed and the Subbuteo Club changed a little bit, and like I say, Subbuteo World sort of took it over, they brought in that sort of more of a premium feely magazine. But in terms of that actual club thing, the club thing kind of went down a bit. There was a lot less fairs every year. There used to be like 4 or 5 every year, and they were so good. You see the same faces coming to pretty much every single one. It was a good chance for a catch up. You get good prices on things. You get to see what you're buying in your hand.
Is that not a problem? I've always thought this. Is that not a problem with fairs when it's you do see the same people at the same fairs? Because you're not getting anything new to buy because it's the same people.
You're getting different people. Like, we used to have a lot of dealers there, but they were always the same ones. So there was a fella called Chris Allen, used to bring a lot of stuff. He used to buy and sell whole collections of people. Obviously, Pete Whitehead was always there, and he still is. Pete and Sandra have been doing the Subbuteo thing when no one else was doing it, which is why I will never criticize them for anything, because they've been doing it. They've done the hard yards. They've been there when no one else was before.
They were also incredibly helpful with this magazine. So things like the Pegasus 5-side review was supplied by them.
Brilliant people. Like I say, they've been doing Subbuteo and getting products and getting things out to people when no one else was. So when people moan and go, "Oh yeah, but he's got this and it's this much money," well, he can do what he wants. He's got a business to run. You know what I mean? Like, you pay it or you don't. It's up to you.
Are they going to sell it on the website? Are they going to sell it online?
I've not looked at any wholesale yet, but I will.
They could do. They could do. Little idea for them. They could do a whole Sports Direct big mug thing where it automatically goes into someone else's basket, and you have to take it out if you want. They could do that with it. It could be their Sports Direct big mug.
I have had. It is going to be on sale in Astrobase in Italy.
Cool.
Oh, excellent.
So they're going to sell it in Italy, which is good.
That's amazing. You haven't got to translate it, have you?
Do you know, I am thinking of doing that later in the year if I can. I'm doing so. Thinking very far ahead, the winter issue this year is going to be an Italian special, so it'll have Italianite stuff, but I'm also going to Subbuteo Lab and Subbuteo Land in Italy and doing reports from there as well, so it's going to be lots of Italian stuff in at that time, so I may translate that one.
Spoiler alert.
That's not a spoiler, that's a teaser. That's a massive teaser.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Shut up and take my money.
I'll say it's amazing. I generally think, like, if you want to get involved in this, get in contact with Stephen. You won't regret it. There's so much.
Stephen, what is the best way? Because you said you're doing another run of these. If people want one of these magazines now, Ref 1, what do they do? How do they get it?
Go to Subbuteo Online, the website. In the menu, there's the hobby issue 1. Click on that, and it'll have an update. And by the time this video goes out, I'll set pre-orders and set them open so people can pre-order.
The first run's gone, but don't panic. You can still get one.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect the first run to sell out, and it sold out within 12 hours. So
how many was the first run?
250.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
I'll do another 250 and then see where I am after that.
I think you might need to do another one.
I think you might need to do. How much are they? Just obviously the price isn't on the front. How much are they for people that want to get one?
It's £5.50 including postage, but obviously internationally I'll change that. It's literally breaking even at that point. So now that I know I can order more, I can bring the cost down. Also, it doesn't hold any advertising in this one at the moment. So once I get advertising in, the cost will go down as well. But yeah, I think it's something like £2.60 per magazine to print, and then postage £2 and PayPal fees and all that sort of stuff.
Don't give away all the details, mate. Somebody else will do it.
This is awesome. I'm telling you, the only thing missing now from Subbuteo is real TV. We've got a magazine. We've taken the internet. We're on podcasts, so we're pretty much radio. We're on radio. People have been on the radio, so we just need a TV show now. That's all we need.
Do you know what? With the other thing with Subbuteo, right, is that they still use it at football clubs as well. There's another thing that's an absolute madness. They still use it in some dressing rooms, like the England team. I've been on to them for loads of times. Like, hey, do you want to get a decent set of players out on this pitch or what? But they use it because it's so good. It's so universally useful for something. I used to use it when I was coaching. I used to blue tack figures onto the magnets for the board, so it just looked better. It just looked more realistic rather than just having the little counters. It was like, right, you've got these guys. I want you to be here. The other thing you can do with that is, for anyone who does coach and is watching that has Subbuteo, when you're coaching football, so much is about body shape and body position. When you've just got a disc, you can't
Goal
you
side.
can't show it. When
Goal
you've got
side.
a figure,
Where you're looking. Yeah.
when you've got a figure, if you're talking to your right winger, I want you to be back to the touchline. You just twist him. So now you can see. Look how much more that player can psych. There you go. Little coaching.
It's the same with running angles as well. A disc, you don't know what angle that player's running in. But if you've got a face, they know what way they're running. Yeah.
Hey, little coaching tip for anyone who's. Like I say, it's so good. It's so useful for those things. It's so good. So good.
Can't wait. I can't wait to get my copy of it. It's I'm chomping at the bit.
So everybody who ordered in the first run, it's been posted, so you'll be getting it at some point.
Oh, exciting times!
Yeah.
Exciting times!
Very, very excited.
I'm actually going to break. You know what? I'm actually going to break my run of videos because my next episode is 100 on the Subbuteo show. My next episode is on 100. When I get this, I'm actually going to do episode 101 before I do 100 because I want to do a video of this magazine. I want to show it to as many people as possible.
I'm really looking forward to your episode 100, by the way, because I can't wait to watch you watch yourself.
Do you know what? I've got so much planned for it, and I'm being so lazy. I can't. So I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. I'm feeling so lazy at the moment. It's bad. I will. Cause I need to go. I just need. You know what? It's because I had a week off. And I've just been like, yeah, this was nice. I've just got lazy. I need a rocket on my ass again.
This was nice. Awesome. So just to sort of summarise everything, obviously, like I said, we've got the set done, sorted. If you want to get an ad board in the set, we're going to do them at £5 each. If you want to get two, you can get two for £8. It's going to be 24 max. So if we sell out, unfortunately, we sell out.
We've got two reserved already, remember? So there's only 22 left.
And as I said again, 100% of all the money this set makes is going to a charity. None of us are taking any money. If we've got to buy something for it, it's coming out of our pocket. So the Plymouth team, I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to buy the blanks. I'll be paying for the paint, etc., etc. I'm sure Watts will do the same for his. This is 100% going for charity. So when we do
I'm buying the dugout.
You're going to buy one. You've got about 90. You just fill it up with I had to bring that up. Such a knob. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And then all we really need from you guys is that when we launch this as the auction, please get involved, share it to anyone and everyone. We want to try and make as much money as possible.
It'll be for a good cause, definitely for a good cause.
It will be, definitely be for a good cause. And if you have any suggestions as well for a charity that you think fits what we do, so if it's like a football-y or something, anything, let us know in the comments below because, like I say, if we see one, we're happy to take suggestions. It might be something that maybe even if you might have a charity, and if you've got a cool story that goes with that charity and we read it and we go, yeah, do you know what? Actually, we might just go with that. It might be something that none of us would have thought of. But if you're involved in a charity and you've got the story of that charity and we go, yeah, do you know what? That's deserving of some money, then we'll maybe do that. So if you're involved in it, get in touch. Email us if it's a really long one or get in the comments. We all read them. Yeah. We all go down and read through the comments. Yeah. So get on it. And if you haven't got the magazine yet, get on to Stephen. And if you still can't get one of Stephen, I've got a sneaky little feeling we might have a couple kicking about that we might do cheeky for. Possibly.
Yeah.
Stephen, are we doing a digital version? Is there a digital version going to go out?
Yeah. I want to give people who ordered the print version first look.
Of course.
Because they're the ones spending the money, basically. There will be a digital version. There'll be a little tiny charge on that, but that'll be available to everyone. So, yeah.
That's cool. That's amazing.
I just want to say on the magazine as well, this is a first issue, so I've sat there for 6 months and I've wrote much of it myself, and I've had loads of really great input from these two, like Keith Little at Table Football Monthly, and James Gordon, JDG Media, done loads. Gareth at Flip Kicks as well has done a column. I want the next one. I'm going to add pages as well, but I want everyone to get in touch. We've got letters pages, columns, write a full feature, even if it's just literally 5 paragraphs on, what you like, what's Subbuteo, your memories of it, anything like that, all works. So send everything to me and I'll try and get as much in as possible. I want it to be everybody's magazine as opposed to just me sat there writing 64 pages of Subbuteo.
That is so
cool. Love it.
Such a cool idea.
I can't think of a better place to end the show than on that.
There isn't a better place.
That is the end. That is the end. Unless, in fact, you know what? I was going to say, unless we talk about what we're going to talk about on the next episode. Well, I think we should let that be a surprise. I think we should get in touch with Watsy when he's feeling better and we'll discuss it between the 4 of us.
Definitely, mate. Yeah.
So, guys, everyone, go out, buy the hobby, give Stephen an absolute headache by bombarding his website and requesting this magazine. The more people that buy it, the bigger it'll be, the more Subbuteo gets out there, the more it might even hit proper newsstands. Honestly, go and buy the magazine. It looks pucker. The PDF version we've seen looks amazing, but I can't wait to get my hands on the real thing.
I can't wait either. It'll be so good. Do you know what you're thinking?
Steven, seriously, man, well done.
I don't know what you'll say. You know you wanted to get it into places. You imagine if you get a load of these. You know when you go into some sports bars and they've got shirts on the wall. Imagine going into a sports bar and it's got these covers just all over the wall. How good that would look. So good.
You two being nice is making me very uncomfortable.
No, man, honestly, it's amazing.
It's so good. And then just in the corner, a little Westwood Table Soccer heavyweight team guide, maybe. Just in the toilet, maybe when you're having a wee, you just look at the.
There used to be a bar in Liverpool where it'd have a wall like the Subbuteo posters, but it was different shots. You could probably get shots in the colours of the kits.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Go to the bar and go, yeah, can I have a 17 Ref 53s, please, mate? Imagine that, actually. Imagine a glass that had like a Subbuteo player in the glass and then you had the shot on top of it. Someone's got to make it.
I'll tell you what, I love it. Anyone that makes it this far into these videos, I really hope they know that the last 5 minutes is us talking utter rubbish. I love it. You guys are our heroes.
If you are part of the, do you know what we're going to call you? If you watch all the way to the end, you are part of Injury Time Club. If you make it all the way to the Subbuteo show,
you make us sound like a program on ITV2.
If you make it all the way to the 92nd minute of Injury Time on the Subbuteo show, you guys are the ones that we're here for. Because we try and keep it so on topic during the show. And then when we think we've finished, we just start.
But we always do it before we've actually finished.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we love you, boys.
The referee's holding up his board for a minimum of 4 minutes of added on time. The opposition are complaining because it's now the 95th and we're still going.
Boys, we should go because, we just should go.
We should go.
This is my by the way, this is my last hat of the collection.
What hat? I didn't mention it because I thought you'd already worn it. What
is it? Bubba Gump.
Okay. You need to get a new one. So if you've got a hat and you want Stuart to wear
hat you want me to wear, send it in.
Contact Stuart and he'll wear it on the show.
Cool. Let's go for real so I can buy a hat. Let's go. Let's let everyone go. Guys, go buy the magazine. We'll see you all soon. Stephen, top work, man. I think we should just clap Stephen out.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.